Alright, here we go. So, tried writing a script so I could be concise and, not ramble on, but that didn't work. Gonna try and be clear with my explanations and not, ramble like crazy, but no promises. So, this is my design for the item request system. Basic concepts, you know how this works. Press the button, shit comes out. Well, problem is the signal, you can see from this torch here, is too long. You need something that short. Something very short. Basically, this is how it works with the actual system. It will only send one at a time, which is exactly what you need. Well, when you tile it up, you can request two. And basically, it needs a repeater signal to delay it going in and going out. Basically, it gives it enough time for this to turn off and back on again. And these are to stop the signals from going back through the counters. They have to be spaced out with this because apparently when you put them directly against the block, it just kind of breaks the entire system. Like it doesn't limit it at all. You can make a 2-pulse counter without the limiters, without the repeaters, sorry. And it still works the same. And you can see it goes through there, but it still only sends one signal. And so does this. The problem with not having repeaters basically occurs when you have more than two, sorry, because as soon as I hit any of these buttons, the whole system freaks out. Let's just shut this thing up real quick. Yeah, it's annoying. So, when all this stuff is set up correctly, you can get 5-pulse item counter. You can send 5 items, or 3 items. You get the example. I didn't have anything for that. Alright. So this is the item selection process. You figured out how many items you want. Now you got to figure out what items you want. This basically sends a signal to the powered latch. It does have to be a powered latch so that it can receive an off signal from the side. The toggle latch had some weird problems when I tested it out, so this works best. And this means you can pick multiple items and reset it if you change your mind or you misclick or whatever. And this also receives a reset signal shortly after receiving a button press. So you can pick multiple things, and weirdly, because these are close to each other, I can't pick 3 or else it's just going to mess with the count. So I can pick 2 with both of them. Can pick 3 of one of them. And it all works the same. So basically this is the actual prototype for the wall. These are pretty much all the items I think you're going to need that are going to require stockpiles, like big things that you're definitely going to need a whole bunch of them. And then pretty much just stuff you may need a few of. You may not even need these. We'll get to that in a second. And this is glass, but it can be layered glass as well, or not layered glass, framed glass as well if you want to make framed glass doors and trapdoors. So pretty basic idea. Each item has a button allowing you to select it, and an indicator light showing when it's lit. Reset button to reset all the selections. The extra materials you need for specific small little crafting. Like these are like kind of uncommon materials. They don't really need a big stockpile like that. And then obviously the counter and the item drop off. Now I put a mechanical crafter here, but there are pretty much 4 recipes in the whole game that actually require specifically this size of mechanical crafter. One of which isn't even included in this because I figured you're going to need a whole bunch of crushing wheels. That's the word I'm looking for. A whole bunch of crushing wheels, probably for decorations, for farms, for whatever. And the other 3 being, where are they? Potato cannon, extendo grip, and wand of symmetry. You may need 1, maybe 1 per person. You're not going to need a whole bunch of them, so you could probably take that whole setup out, take these 2 off at the bottom, because that's for the wand of symmetry, and pretty much everything else is used in different crafting recipes, so you just won't need these ingredients. Now, it's pretty self-explanatory, but I'll give an example, just so you know what I'm doing in here. Say you pick, those 3 items, and I want 2 of each of them. Because this is sped up like crazy, the output actually comes like instantly. But essentially, it's got the indicator light turning this thing off. This can technically, if you want to, you could move this up here, but you would then have to basically power these things before they go to those. Then after this obviously is the AND gate turning it on and the reset signal turning it off. This is where the count comes in, and then the short delay, and then the count is over here, given basically a completely random signal to or keep completely random frequency rather to indicate numbers. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty simple. These things you can, if you want to, feed them from the back from a from mechanical arm or belts or whatever the heck you want. Basically, just make sure these are filled up, but it's not important. And just in case this is like a big mess, this is easily tileable slice. It's the item selection. It'll simply do that, and then item reset just so I can fix this. Alright, I think that is clear. I think I, didn't ramble on too much. We'll see how long the video is. I hope you like it, and feel free to use this in your factory if you want. I just wanted to show you basically one random comment you made and about something you were just planning on building at the time. Just inspired insanity here. Like all this craziness. Hope you liked it. Later.